Yo, once again, it's on. Back at you one more again, Real Kens TV in the house like kitchen sinks. Hopefully you like the video. Feel free to comment. Definitely share. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And hit that post notification so anytime I bring you this action, this heat, guess what? You're amongst the first to receive it. Now, with no further ado, let's get into this evening's video, if you will. You know, I posted a video maybe about an hour or so ago. And so if you didn't see this, that one rather, I was just apologizing. You know, I usually post every day. Been missing in action the last few days. I was under the weather. I actually thought that I had COVID initially. Had a headache for like 3 days straight. My body was hurting. I had the chills. I had every symptom, if you will, of COVID. And I took the COVID test and I didn't have it. So, although I'm not 100%, still slightly under the weather, but I missed you all. So I had to bring you this action and this heat and this action. However you want to put it. You know what I mean? I missed you all. So I said, you know what? Despite how I feel, I'm going to take a bad day and make it a good day. And I'm going to jump online and holler at everybody that rocks with Real Kens TV. So again, I apologize. I feel a lot better now. I'm not 100%, but I feel a lot better. My other video, y'all check that video out. I was drinking my Theraflu, you know, so I'm making sure that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. I got my water right here. You see what I'm saying? Been eating my fruits. So, you know, we're just going to fight it and continue to battle back. So now that we got that out of the way, you know, I was speaking with one of my friends. Been friends for a lot of years. I consider him a great friend. And, you know, he was telling me a story, and it kind of disturbed me, to be honest. Now, let me put this out there. I'm a very non-judgmental person, so I'm definitely not judging him. We all do things that we shouldn't do from time to time. Some more, some less. But we all do things that we shouldn't do. You know, nobody's perfect. He was telling me how he's cool with the dude. You know, they hang out from time to time. But, you know, they don't necessarily talk every day, but, you know, they're cool. Well, he was telling me that for the last 15 years, my friend was telling me that for the last 15 years, he's been having sex with this guy's wife on a regular basis. And the guy, her husband rather, has absolutely no clue. None. You know, when she's supposed to be at work, you know, she'll stop by his house. They do what they do, then she's gone. Gone to work or coming home from work. You know, I shared a story with them, and I would love to share this story with you all, if you'll have me. So come closer. Come closer. Come on. Let me tell you the story. So I'm in prison many years ago. I don't know the year. It might have been right around 2003, somewhere right around in there. Don't quote me on an exact year, but I know that it was somewhere in that range as far as, you know, what year it was. And I got real cool with the dude, and we called him Tennessee. Real cool dude, man. Now, when I was in prison, that was my first time ever being in prison. I was really into my music. You know, back then, man, I thought I was a music exec. So I say, you know what? I'm in prison. I decided to buy a keyboard. I buy a keyboard, but I needed a keyboard where you could, you could lay tracks on. So you ought to know about music, you know what I'm saying when I say lay tracks. Basically, it's just making beats. Making beats and being able to, uh, record the beats so the beats would remain on the keyboard. Um, so I bought a 6-track, I want to say Yamaha, I believe. I can't even remember the brand, but I think that was the brand. And every day I would just work on my beats, learn how to play music. And this particular keyboard, it didn't loop for you. So looping means, like, if I play, say I'm doing the bass line, and it's boom, 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 boom. That's the bass line. Well, you hit a button and it loops. So it continues to play over and over. And then when you want to bring in something else, like the drums is, so you already hear the bass, boom, boom, boom. Then you bring in the drums, boom, 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 boom. That's track 2. You hit the button, it saves that one. So then when you want to bring in the snares, you loop that. You hit the loop button. So at the end of it, it all comes together for one beat. Well, my keyboard didn't do that. I had to, if I wanted to do a bass line, I had to sit there and play the bass line for 3 straight minutes. You see what I'm saying? Because I didn't have a loop button. If I wanted to do the drums, I had to play 3 straight minutes. If I wanted to do the snare, 3 straight minutes. If I wanted any instrument that I wanted to add, I had to be on sequence and have enough coordination and ear for music to be able to play that for 3 straight minutes, if that's how long the song lasts. So I really put in a lot of time and effort and working. So really, I got pretty good at it, to the point to where they start calling me Red Dog Records. Red Dog Records. I don't know why. Some people call me Red. Prison, they just give you nicknames. Whatever nicknames they give you, you just roll with it. So my nickname was Red Dog Records. Red Dog Records, man. Get Red Dog Records out there, man. Tell him bring a keyboard to the gym, man. So go up to the gym, man. I got the beats. Everybody's rapping. Everybody's, So I got cool. I say all that to say I got cool. My dude, Tennessee. So we get to kicking it, man, as far as, on the music. But then I had a thing to where when I was locked up, I love walking the track. I love walking the loop. I spin the loop several times, man. Conversating. That was just my thing to do. Outside of working out and, back then I was hooping and stuff like that. But I like to walk the loop. Talk about things, what am I going to do when I get out with, just general conversation. So me and Tennessee, like I said, we got cool and we used to walk the loop. And one day, I never knew what Tennessee was in there for. Never really asked anybody what they in there for. Not really supposed to. So I never asked Tennessee what he was in there for, how much time he had. One day he just told me that, he said, man, hopefully you don't think nothing of me, man, but, I came home one day, like he was going into the story and I didn't even know. He said, man, I came home one day and, cause I think I was telling him about, my daughter's mother at the time. She wasn't really coming to visit me and I wasn't hearing from her and how disappointed I was in her. It was something like that. So he got to telling me about his situation. And he said, I came home one day, man, and I got off of work early. He said, so I came on home or whatever. He said, I didn't even have a clue that my wife was even there. He said, absolutely no clue. He said, so I come in the house, don't think anything of it. So I walk upstairs. As I walk upstairs, he said that they had carpet. So he says, I walk upstairs, I'm hearing a noise come from my bedroom. So he's like, what is that? So the closer and closer that he gets to the bedroom door, the more noise he hears. Now he said that his house was fully carpeted, so no one wore shoes in the house. He said that he had some slippers that he would slide on that he kept by the door. He would put his slippers on, his house slippers. So I'd imagine that the wife couldn't hear, him walking through the house. He was very adamant that he wasn't sneaking or anything like that. He said, I had no reason to sneak. My wife, man, she was the greatest wife. She was there for me in every possible way that a woman could be there for a man. She cooked. She was a very clean person. She had a good job. She was financially, stable as far as, on her own, having her own. But yet, they're married, so they share and do things like that. He was just saying she was self-sufficient. And he said, man, we hadn't really had any marital problems. Said they had been married, I want to say 8 years, I believe. So we hadn't really had any issues. We, outside of the normal problems, but he was like, everything was good, man. So I thought. He said he gets to the door and he heard the sound that he heard in the background was a television. And apparently there was some porn playing. So while the porn was playing, he was like, man, I done caught her. Getting a freak on, man. To say the least. She in the room getting a freak on, man. So I'm a surprise her, man. She, I'm home. She love to see daddy. It's how he's talking. He said, never in a million years could I have imagined what I seen when I opened that door. He said he opened the door and it was a man inside their room, his wife, their room that they share, the same bed that they sleep in. A man on top of his wife having sex. He said he couldn't believe it. He said it was like a scene from a movie. He said, I thought this only happened in the movies. They were so into it, and the TV was apparently loud to the point to where they didn't even know that he was there. He said he sit there for a good 3 minutes. Once they noticed that he was there watching, they hurry up and grab the remote control, turn the TV down. So he says, no sense of stopping now. Why don't y'all keep going? What are you stopping now for? So at the time that he's talking to him, he's made his way to his drawer. I guess the drawer was, somewhat close to the door. He grabs his gun. As he grabs his gun, he's loading the bullets in the gun. I don't know if it was a revolver. I don't know but he said that he was loading the bullets. He could tell that the man that was inside of his home having sex with his wife apparently didn't know anything about him. Which I don't see how, because if you're in another man's home, you're going to see traces of a man living there. So he's loading the gun up, and he's talking to his wife. And he was like, why? I don't understand. I thought everything was fine and dandy between us. Why would you do me like this? All the years we've been together, I've never stepped out on you, not one time. Not once. You know, we have kids together. We have a beautiful home together. I thought that we had a beautiful life, and you go and do this to me? You do this to me in our home? You bring this man into our home? The whole time he's talking, he's saying that he's remaining calm, but inside of his mind, he's ready to shoot up everything. So she's telling him, baby, no, baby, just let me, favorite thing people usually say, I guess the only thing you can't say, let me explain. It's not like that. It's not like that, huh? Yeah. He says, but he tells the dude, because the dude is like, man, you didn't tell me you was married. I didn't listen, dude. I ain't know anything about her being married. I didn't know nothing like that. He tells the dude, man, get your stuff and get out of my house. Dude grabs his clothes, don't even put them on, runs out of the house. Runs out of the house. His wife is in the bed. She has a sheet, covering her up, covering herself up. Sheet from the bed. And he said tears just start streaming down his face. He was in absolute disbelief that she would do this to him. Why didn't you just come to me and talk to me? Why didn't you just tell me that you was unhappy? I would have did anything to fix it for you. Whatever needed to be done. It can't be anything financially, but if it is, I get another job. If it was something that I needed to work on, within the relationship, I would have went to counseling. If it would, whatever it is, I would have been willing to do, because that's how much I love you. And you repay me by not only breaking our vows. We said these vows before God. I've never cheated on you. I've never thought about cheating on you. I love you. And you turn around and cheat on me? In our home? So I'm listening. I'm listening to the story, and I hear the very calm guy. So when he's telling the story, he's calm just as well. Next thing you know, bow, he shoots her. Bow, he shoots her again. After he shoots her, he said that he contemplating shooting himself. After all, this is my wife. This is my world. This was my everything. If I don't have her, she's not here, what do I have to go on living for? They have kids. They had 2 kids together, I believe. And even though he had just shot the mother of his 2 kids, he said that he thought about his kids. And that was the only reason that he didn't shoot himself. He said that he called the police, told them what he had done, waited for the police to get there. And, unfortunately, when the ambulance arrived, she was already, she had already passed. Initially, he was booked for murder. So he goes through the process as far as, all the going back and forth to court, and it's a very long process when you catch a case, especially a murder. Well, he goes to trial with this case. About 2 years later, he goes to trial. When he goes to trial, he tells his story and his side exactly what happened. Now, the prosecution said that they were sticking with a murder charge for the simple fact that he didn't have to shoot her. Even though it was in his house, he didn't have to shoot her. He was in no sort of threat, imminent danger, harm's way. He should have just left, according to the prosecution. His lawyer, he had a great lawyer. You know, he talked about how he was distraught. You know, he was the situation just had him totally, you know, you see your wife in bed with another man, man, you're not thinking clearly. Crime of passion. The jury comes back, they deliberate for however many hours they deliberate, and they come back not guilty of murder, but I believe it was like manslaughter under extreme duress, emotional duress, crime of passion. Recommended sentence 8 years. 8-year sentence. See the parole board, 16 months. You know, I feel bad, man. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the young lady that unfortunately lost her life. You know, it's always been my philosophy. We don't have a right to take anybody's life. And again, I'm not judging anyone. As hurt as a person may be in that situation, I just think it's best to just leave. But I understand that it's easier said than done. I understand that, you know, you can say anything until you find yourself in that situation. And hopefully no one finds himself in that situation. But I'm just saying, in the event that you do, I guess you never really know what you'll do. And I'm pretty confident in myself to where I know myself, I'm just going to walk away. But everybody doesn't have that same cool, you know, attitude or mentality, calmness about themselves. So everybody's not going to react the same. And I just feel so bad, you know, because, you know, luckily the kids were able to go to their grandparents, her parents. And I feel bad because, you know, the courts, he was going to have to go through so much to see the kids, if he was ever allowed to see the kids, because of course they, you know, you can't contact the kids, you just killed their mother. Never really talked to Tennessee since. I don't know if hopefully he's doing well. Like I said, he was a cool dude, had a great head on his shoulders, never been in trouble a day in his life. I don't even think he said he ever had a speeding ticket. No criminal record, nothing. Great job, tax-paying citizen. I guess his love that he had for her wasn't enough. So I say all of that to say, when you messing with a man's wife, or if a woman's messing with a man's husband, vice versa. But I'm going to just say, when you're messing with a man's wife in this particular situation, because this is what the situation actually was. There's nothing cute about that. And that's what I told my friend. There's nothing cute about that, man. But you know, he has the mentality of, man, it is what it is, man. If it comes my way, I'm gonna handle it. How you gonna handle it? Sometimes, man, things come your way and you don't even see it. Well, if it was meant for me to go out that way, that's just how I go out. See, everybody, I done backed up from dude, man, because this I don't care attitude that you have at the age that you are. I don't want to be around that. I'm no better than you, but I'm trying to be around good, positive minded people. I don't want to be around people talking about, man, I know how to do my prison time. If I go back to prison, man, I'm gonna be okay. Just give me a case of noodles and I'm gonna survive. Man, I don't want to be around that, man. I want to be around people that, we can help advance, elevate each other. I'm trying to get to the money, man. Get to the money the right way, though. Okay, I got some money. You got some. Let me help you get some money. You got some money. Let's help, the next person get some money so that our entire circle, we can be each other's crutch. Because in life, man, life is ups and downs. Sometimes, man, you hear it. Next day, you might be there. So you might have to go to somebody in your circle. Hey, bro, let me get 20,000, man. Get back on my feet. That's how life, you're supposed to be able to help each other. But if you're around a bunch of broke people that ain't trying to do nothing, not even at least trying, it's okay to be broke. I'm not going to say it's okay, but if you're broke, cool. But if you're trying to work towards something, you put in enough hard work and effort, man, your situation is going to change. Got a little hot, you all. Your situation is going to change. So that's all that I'm saying. You want to be around people that's going to elevate you, not people sitting around talking about, if I got to go back to prison, man, I just give me some noodles. I know how to do time, man. It is what it is. Come on, man. That's ignorant. That's ignorant talk. Most ignorant thing that I think I've ever heard from a grown man with kids. So when you running around here messing with your dude's wife, what if somehow he finds out? With all the technology these days, let's just say he finds out that, man, my dude that I've been cool with all these years, that I do business with, and you've been backdooring me with my wife. That's grounds for something to happen to you, man. Not saying something should, not advocating violence, not suggesting violence, strongly against it, but I'm just simply saying, you messing with anybody's wife, but your partner's wife, and you've been doing it for years. It didn't just happen one or two times, which it should happen no time. But this is hundreds of times over the years. And I told him, bro, you wrong, man. You wrong, man. You did wrong. I don't know if the story that I shared with him will help him. He didn't seem like he was much interested in hearing it. Maybe it went in one ear and out the other. I don't know. I'm not in his mind. But I just hope that it helps him. Because I was once that person. Now, I never messed with any of my partner's wives or, girlfriends, close girlfriends, nothing like I've never been that. But I've been a guy, man, when I was younger, man, and it didn't matter if she had a woman, if she had a dude or not. It didn't make me no difference. Married, didn't matter. But as I grew up, I realized, no, you don't do that. That's not right. This is dangerous, man. And not just the fact that it's dangerous, you just don't do that. It's going to be more trouble in the end. I'm sure dude in his wildest dreams never thought that someone will be standing at the door, especially the woman that you're on top of's husband. Maybe he knew, maybe he didn't know. Dude spared you. For whatever reason, he spared the guy. Told him, get your stuff, get on out of here, man. So you all that run around, and think that, it's cool to just be having sex with people's wives and you know, your friend's girl, and you think you a player, and you think you... I understand, man, that comes with consequences. Stiff consequences. Sometimes deadly consequences. There's too many women out here, man. There's too many beautiful, intelligent, hard-working women in the world. Why you gotta choose you know what I mean? You gotta choose my wife for? Why you gotta choose my girl? A lot of dudes, man, she chose me. She was trying to give it to me, man. I told her no, but she wanted it, so I gave it to her. Nah, bro. That's not what you do, man. It's not what you do. A true friend, man, you're going to tell her and you're going to be firm with it. Listen, man. Don't come at me like that no more. This is my partner. I would never do anything like that to jeopardize our friendship. And I don't appreciate you coming at me like that. Please don't come at me like that ever again. And if you do, now you go tell him, hey, bro, let me talk to you. If he gets mad and don't believe you and she lies and says he's lying and it causes a rift between you all's friendship, that's on him. He'll see it eventually. And then he'll come back to you, bro. I'm sorry, man. You tried to tell me, because it'll be somebody else that he finds out about. But you definitely want to tell him, in my humble opinion. Sad situation, man, but, you know, such is life. Definitely happened. Don't mess with a married woman, and don't mess with your partner's girl, man. All the women out here, there's too many avenues to find women. But now this one shows you a little attention, so you got to have her. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. And I don't, and even though he's my partner, I don't respect him for that. I don't respect him for that. Because who's to say you ain't going to try to get with mine when I'm, you know. And if she does it, then that's on her. But at the same time, who's to say that, you know, if the opportunity arose, that you wouldn't do that to me? Y'all been cool for 15 years, man. Longer than 15 years. You see them out together. And you just walk right past her as though, or you may, you know, hey, what's up? Knowing she's supposed to come over your house in the morning or tomorrow when she gets off. In the evening. And y'all doing the most. And she just goes on back to her husband like everything's hunky-dory. Be careful. Just be careful, man. Choose your friends wisely. And, you know, hopefully this video definitely helped somebody. Real Kens TV, man. Y'all make sure y'all comment for me. Respectfully. You know. Definitely share this video. Somebody needs to hear this. Somebody definitely needs to hear this. You know, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And you already know, hit that post notification anytime I bring you this action, this heat. You're amongst the first to receive it. I'm a small channel. I'm continuing to grow. Thanks to you great people that decide to tune in. You could be watching any other YouTube channel. But for this particular moment, while you're watching this video, guess what? You decided to watch me. And I'm very, very thankful and appreciative, and I don't take anything for granted. That's why I answer every single comment that comes my way. And the channel blows up and I got 8,000 comments. You know, don't use this against me later on. Well, Real Kens, you said you answer every comment. Yeah, but I mean, 8,000, you know. You know. But I'll do something. I'll go live, do a Q&A. I'll do something to show my gratitude. Thank you all. And, shoot, I guess I'm going sit here and drink my water and call it a night. Y'all enjoy your evening. Real Kens TV.